ask this to everyone, and I know it's a bit of a difficult one because I say this, but the way they've worded it here is a little bit different to the way I ask it. So I'm going to ask my version. So what would you say are your greatest strengths and your greatest weaknesses? And if you have any weaknesses.
I'd say strength-wise, I'm very creative and can like be put in a situation and just sort of go with the flow, if that makes sense. I'm a very big people person, so I don't get too much anxiety on stage or any of these places. I get anxiety later when you go home. And
you're thinking about it. Yeah, I'm the same.
So I'd say with that is I'm very spontaneous and like down to do whatever creative stuff that it takes to get there. But my weakness is I'm very an overthinker and I've got major anxiety.
Aren't we all?
So sometimes I think that can hinder me, you know, because like you overthink stuff and then maybe don't release certain songs or whatever. But yeah, I'm just a bit of an anxious person, so it's quite funny. So I'm spontaneous but anxious. You know,
two juxtapositions.
Yeah, if I was a Sim character, there'd be my two traits.
Yeah, I love that.
I love the Sims.
Oh, okay, moving on. Do you sing in the shower? And if you do, love it, what song do you sing? What's your go-to shower song?
Go-to shower song? Amy Winehouse.
Yeah,
I can't remember what the song,
love a bit of Amy Winehouse.
I can't remember what the song's called, but you know, like, well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look.
Valerie?
That one. Yes,
yeah.
Yes. I'm really bad with song
I was
names,
going to say, if I don't remember the name, it's going to look really bad on me.
Yeah,
mine would be Fuck Me Boots. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, I know I'm not supposed to be swearing, guys. I do apologise. F me boots, listeners. I do apologise. Yeah, that's my tune. That's my Amy tune. I love that song. Have you seen the movie?
No, I haven't actually. I'm going to watch it soon.
I was in two minds about watching it because I heard mixed reviews and people were telling me that they should, you know, but then I thought, you know what, I need to have my own opinion. I need to form my own opinion. I'm going to go and watch it and see what I think.
What did you think?
I loved it.
You love it?
I thought it was great. And I thought she really did her justice. The vocals, the look, everything. I thought it was, to a
I saw the trailer and the look was very, very good. But I still need to go and watch it.
The beehive and everything, they really nailed it. And I just think the way that she portrayed her in the role in the film, it was very true to life. You know, it was like you were watching the real Amy. That's what I thought, and that's hard to do. Do you do anything other than singing and making music? You said you produce. Have you ever dabbled in acting or dancing? You said your mum was a dancer. Is that something that you?
Actually, I used to do a bit of theatre when I was younger. I used to perform in like theatres with groups and do like group choreography.
I love
and
that
stuff. But I've just leaned mostly towards music now. Like, you know, I would still do theatre and all these things, but it's just my opportunities are now more music based.
Yeah.
So like production, photography. I do modelling. There we go. That's the thing I do. I
nice.
model. Alternative modelling.
I can see it.
My main photographer at the moment is someone called Slavo as well. He's a really good photographer.
Big up Slavo.
From Lithuania. You know,
has he got socials you want to shout out?
Yeah, he's got his socials. I forgot what his socials are called. Like, hold on. I think it's called Slavo Mirax.
Yeah.
Slavo
everyone go check out Slavo Mirax if you need to get some professional photography done.
Yeah, no, really good photographer, brilliant edits as well.
So my next question is, what would you be doing right now if it wasn't for music?
Oh, if it wasn't for music, I'd probably be like deep down in all my feels. Like before I started doing music properly, I was honestly like, I was making loads of bad decisions, hanging around with a lot of bad people, not looking after myself. Like, I was pretty much broke. I had no money. I was like, ended up getting food bank vouchers and things like that because I just wasn't doing stuff. Like I didn't finish school, I didn't finish college, you know, all these things. But now I got into university and I've like changed my life around. I'm at Point Blank right now. I'm going to be doing my first year again because I had some health issues, but going back into it, going to do my 3-year course.
In what, sorry?
In Point Blank University.
Okay, and what are you studying?
Music production and performance.
Oh, we love that.
Yeah, so
the brains and beauty, guys.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
Producing, basically.
And are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. You meet so many cool people. The teachers are nice. The facilities have got some brilliant studios. And loads of different people from all over, you know, all ages, all backgrounds. And you can really like get to know the music industry more through just being in one community. I find that.
Yeah, I hear that.
But so far, so good.
Well, we wish you all the best with it. I'm sure you're going to pass with flying colours.
Thank
it's
you.
just going to only add to all the knowledge that you already have, and your music production is only going to get better and better. That's what I say. I have an engineer that I haven't worked with for a long time, but he used to record lots of my music when I first started out, and he went back to college to study music production. And I could honestly say that after, you know, I could see that it was benefiting him. Like when I'd go to the studio, you could see that he was improving and his ear was getting better, and just certain things you just pick up and you just notice, and it's like this course is really, you know, benefiting you in such an amazing way. So yeah, big up Droopy, by the way. First in Command, that's his production name, that's his studio name. So my next question for you, Ghost Girl, is where have you performed, and what are your favourite and least favourite places to perform? Ooh. And why?
So I've performed quite a few places. So I started performing about a year and a half ago, and I've just been going since then around London, performing at all sorts of different venues. It's so hard to remember all of them. So I performed at the Mcintosh bar.
I know that one very well. Big up Queer Artist Connect UK. I used to perform at some of their events there.
Yeah, the Hanway as well, performed there. To be honest, the other ones I'm really bad at remembering the names.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm sort of.
Do you have a particular one that stands out that you can remember that's your favourite?
My favourite one so far, I think, would have been the one that I did with Katya Khan on her art exhibition.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the name of it. It was somewhere in East London, and it was such a beautiful venue. Mm-hmm. You can go to her page and check it out. It's still there. So. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. And least favourite?
Least favourite? I'd probably say like. I don't know, I don't really have a least favourite. I think I perform, like, all my performances, I enjoy it because I close my eyes and I'm just in my music, so it doesn't really matter where I am or how many people are there, because every single venue I've been to has been so good. Like, the staff has been amazing, so I couldn't actually say this is bad. Like, that would be a lie.
Would you say that you prefer intimate venues, like small crowds, or bigger crowds, like festival vibes?
I'd say I would prefer bigger vibes.
Yeah.
The ones that I've performed, I prefer it when there's quite a lot of people in the crowd, because I actually feel like you get less anxiety when there's more people. Like when there's like less.
It's quite
people.
Intimidating when there's less people, isn't it?
Because all the, like, you know, they're all looking,
and that you can see them all, and you see their eyes looking at you.
No, but when I performed, then there's like people in the crowd, and you know, you got the lights on you, so you can't really see the people that much. You know, once you've got stage lights on you, and all you got to do is just get into the flow of your music, and then everybody else sort of fades away. But don't forget about the crowd. I've done that sometimes. You know, like you need to interact.
Yeah, definitely. And would you say that when you're performing on stage, are you quite an interactive performer? Do you like to get the crowd to sing along? Are you going out pulling people's hands?
I wish I was. I'm building up to that point, to be honest. Because I used to be that performer that would just stand there and just sing like this, like dead still.
Oh, so did I.
And then now I've started walking around the stage a bit.
Yeah,
you know,
you got to move about. Have fun with it.
That's where I am right now.
Yeah, okay.
But I would love to like get my hands up and talk to the crowd more, but I feel like there's still a few steps of my confidence that I need to build up.
I remember one of my first ever performances that I did when I was a lot younger. I was about 12 years old, and it was a talent show. I don't know if Leytonstone, is it Leytonstone? I think it's Leytonstone Netball Club. It was an all-female netball club, and they had a talent show. Don't ask me how I got involved, but I did. So me and my 12-year-old self went up on stage to sing Mariah Carey's Hero. Woo! I was shaking like a leaf, visibly shaking. You could see me like, and then I started too quickly. So the beat hadn't cut. So I started before the drop, and basically I was singing two ahead of the beat, basically. And the whole front row was like a front row of like these little year threes, because they had like a dance group, and they were going slow down. But I'm like, I just wanted it to be over, so I just literally rushed to the end of the song. But listen, look at where we are now.
Yeah, you know, the progression.
Practice makes perfect.
No,
you know what I mean?
That.
Now I'm nailing it. So that goes to show, if you keep going,
it's true. Like, you end up desensitizing yourself. Like with me, I remember this one time I went to Mind Over Matter in Brixton. Actually, it's a poetry club.
I know the one.
And I heard about it because this guy called Elskin, who is a really, really good rapper, actually, you should check out, was performing there, and I was like, I want to see him live.
Yeah.
So I went there, and then they were like, oh, anyone can perform. So I quickly scribbled some poetry down, like while I was watching someone else.
I love that. Just impromptu.
And then I was like,
a little haiku.
I want to go, literally. And then I went up there and I did it, but I was shaking like this.
Yeah.
You know, because I haven't done it since so long. I haven't got up in front of people.
Yeah.
But I'd say now I get up on stage, I don't shake anymore. But I used to shake really badly. And
Babe, the struggle's real, but
it's
we're
like
here
involuntary,
now.
you know.
Yeah. So. I'm really looking forward to. So we're gonna do some plugging now. So me and Ghost Girl are gonna be performing at the next Dope Vibes event, Dope Sessions event, which is on the 6th of November at Blue Marley in Ibiza. which is in Shoreditch.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Shoreditch. So make sure you come down. It's a free entry. Come and see us live. I'm really super excited to see this girl live. I know it's going to be amazing.
DM us to get on the guest list.
Go onto the Dope. So it's Dope Sessions on Instagram or Dope Vibes Events on Instagram to find out more information. But yeah, you will be seeing us both there live, and it's going to be a vibe. So many other amazing artists that are performing as well. Elizabeth Wolf that I played earlier, her track Stars, she's going to be there. So yeah, it's going to be nice. My next question for you, my lovely. Do you have any upcoming shows apart from the one I just mentioned?
Yeah, I have quite a few actually. So we got the one on the 6th that I'm performing with you actually.
Yes.
Then I got one literally the day after on the 7th at the Engine Rooms.
Nice. I've performed there. It's a lovely venue.
I've never been, so I can't
nice
wait
venue.
to see it.
And the guys that run it, tell them I said hello. Say Sweetness.
I will.
When you go, tell them I said.
I saw you in the group chat.
We know Sweetness.
Yeah, I saw you in the group chat and I was like, oh.
I love that.
And then I got another one on the 9th.
Yeah,
I'm
where's
performing
that?
in Peckham. I can't remember the venue name, but somewhere in Peckham, and it's fully booked out.
I'm sure that
sold.
people can find information on your Instagram.
Yeah,
though,
literally. If you go to my Instagram, it's all there, everything.
So
like,
you want to give them your social? So if you tell people your handle so that they can follow you, they know where to
so
go.
my handle,
You've got a website. You can also plug that as well.
Yeah, so my handle is Ghost Girl Tricks, all like one word. You type it in, you see me there, smiling and stuff.
Vibing, doing your thing.
All music everywhere on my platform, literally.
We love that. And do you have a website or anything that you?
Yeah. So if you go to, I can't remember the thing. It's called like page.ghostgirltricks. I think.
Is it on your link? Is it on your
link in the bio.
In your bio on your Instagram? So you heard it here first, guys. Go follow her on Instagram, Ghost Girl Tricks. Click the link in the bio, and then you can find out where she's performing, buy tickets to her gigs, things like that. Please, you need to support these amazing artists that I'm having on the show. Nearly every week now, I've got an artist coming on the show, showcasing what they do. So please, I hope that you are following them and supporting their work, because that's what we need, your support. My next question for you, my lovely, is how do you feel that the internet has impacted the music business?
Well, it's impacted the music business big time, because record labels now, that's the whole reason why record labels have changed. Because before, you used to have record labels and they used to be able to sell the vinyl and the CD, and that's how the record label would make their money. Yeah. And the artist would actually get a bigger cut. Mm-hmm. But now, when the internet came out, you had like Spotify and Apple Music in the 2000s like blowing up, which meant that viewers could get any song for just maybe $7.99 a month. Yeah. And that's beautiful for the listeners, but it meant now the artists, we get less, and that means that now record labels take more percentage. Yeah. And it's made it a whole lot harder to actually make it in the industry in a funny way.
It's so true. It's like so true.
You get more exposure, but because there's so many people doing it out there, you have to like work harder than everybody else. And even if you work harder, sometimes it's about luck, I feel like.
So do you think that it's a good or a bad thing?
I feel like it's just the way that the world, evolution, in a way. Like, you could say good or bad thing. I would have preferred it to be like how it was.
Is a constant, isn't it? It's one of those ones.
We got to embrace change, technology. Like, because look at all this amazing technology we have now, like that we wouldn't have had back, like before the 2000s. So, there's ups and downs, but it's about navigating the new flow of how this all is now.
So do you think, essentially, the way that the internet has impacted the music industry is a good thing?
Yeah, I would say overall, I think it is a good thing because it gets out to the listeners more. It's just made it a little bit harder as musicians to make money.
Also, I don't know if you would agree, but back before the internet, it's so easy to connect with so many different people. We probably wouldn't have met if it wasn't for the internet. Do you know what I mean?
Unless you're from the same area or something. Yeah,
so I feel like it's opened those doors, and sort of internationally as well. I was contacted a little while ago by it was about 3-4 years ago now, and I still talk to him now, by an artist, rapper from Indianapolis. Ooh. Imagine that. And he found me on Facebook, and he said, I've been listening to your covers and I've been checking out your music. I think your voice is amazing and I'd love to do a track with you. So big up D-Doc from Indianapolis. Ooh. And we have a track out there. But just imagine if there was no internet, that would have never happened, And he recorded his parts in the States. I recorded my parts over in the UK. I sent them to him, and then his producer put it all together. And then that's it, So it's a beautiful thing, I think. There are obviously, as you said, there's always ups and downs, and there's good and bad and negatives and positive sides to everything in life. But I feel like overall, it has definitely benefited us in a great way.
Helped us connect more.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. So, what's your favourite song that you like to perform? I know you mentioned one earlier. Hold tight, Ebony Rose on the Instagram. Sam Collar as well. Thank you for tuning in.
Hello.
This is Ghost Girl.
So Pretty Lies in the Dark is my favourite acoustic song to play.
Yes,
But
I remember you mentioning that earlier.
If I'm going to say performing live, I'd say my new song, Ghost Girl Baby, which will be the first song in my new album that's being released in February next year.
Lovely.
So-
And do you have a date?
Around the 9th of February, it will be released. The
Okay.
nearest Friday, I will release it on that day.
Love that. New Music Friday. And don't forget, we are going to be exclusively playing a little preview of her forthcoming single, which is due to drop this Friday, which is tomorrow. No?
Yeah, literally midnight tonight.
Midnight tonight. It's going to be out on all digital platforms. And what's the title?
So it's called Zero Gravity, and it's featuring Soft Dolly.
Nice.
As well.
Do you want to give us a little bit of a background about the track? What's it about? How did it come about? How did you and Dolly team up?
Well, I wrote the track because I heard the instrumental and I just wrote everything in one go, and it's just about like floating in the air, like, you know, being confident as a sexy woman or who you are, and it's just like female empowerment basically.
I love it. I listened to it a few times, and
that's what it's about.
It's a vibe.
You know, embracing your sexiness basically. And then I was listening to it and I was like, oh, I need someone on this track, and then this girl Soft Dolly came to mind because we recently met through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
And I listened to her music. Like, there's a song called Detonate she's got out right now. Absolutely beautiful. And I was like, her voice would fit so good on this track.
Yeah.
So I hit her up and I was like, hey, you should send me a verse. And she did. She sent me the verse. I mixed it. I mastered it. And, you know, we made the album
I have
cover.
to say, I love that you produce your own stuff and engineer your own stuff.
Thank
That's
you.
something that I want to get into myself as well. So yeah, you're inspiring me, and I love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let me just unlock my laptop. Ooh. So, what would I like to ask you next? Which famous musicians do you admire?
Famous musicians I admire. I would definitely say Adele, that we mentioned earlier. I think, like, whenever you watch her interviews, she's such a real person.
Yeah.
You know, like the
I
way
love
that she
doesn't
across.
sound when she talks how she sounds when she sings, and she's
Yeah.
just your typical like Londoner, and she's just so funny.
I know.
love
I
it.
think she's really lovely to just watch
No
on the
filter
interviews.
as well. She just says whatever comes to mind. Like those videos of her that go viral on YouTube, they're little short clips of when she's performing, and then she'll see somebody in the audience
start
and she's
talking.
like, "Oh my god, that's my midwife!" It's just hilarious. And it's I love that.
I just like the realness from her.
Yeah,
you know, the
100%.
energy. I feel like I'd love to meet her and just have a conversation. I bet she could be like a good role model in the industry. And
I
stuff.
think so too.
Other than that, I'd say, let me just do a little think in my head.
Yeah, go for it.
I'd say like MGK as well. I'm a big fan of MGK.
Okay, do I know?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Ah, yes,
Yeah, like
of course.
You know, he's got people got mixed opinions about him, but I really like his rap music and his rock music. I think it's very interesting, and I think he sells his brand really well.
Yeah,
you know,
and he doesn't do. He's unapologetically himself. I know.
Yeah,
my sister hates that word. She says that people overuse it now, but it's true. Sometimes you got to use a word that there's no other word that can describe what I mean. And he is very unapologetic. Doesn't care what people think. Does his thing, and I feel like that's
got a big ego. And he's just
very
himself.
inspiring, you know, and very, you know.
So if you listen to his lyrics, you can really hear like more, if that makes sense. He does delve into like who he is and what he's been through if you take the time to listen, you know. But a lot of people don't, and that's the thing. So
it's a bit like Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, I love Marilyn Manson.
He's another one
cool.
that's a bit misunderstood. And then what's the one that's married to Sharon Osbourne? Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne, yeah.
You know, those kind of
but very
artists.
big in the rock community.
Very big. So next, what is the most trouble that you have ever gotten into? Maybe not now as an adult. Let's talk about like maybe when you were little, when you were a kid. What was the worst thing you ever did when you were a kid?
Well, when I was in foster care, right, for a bit.
Okay.
And I was, you know, a teenager, very angry. Around 14 years old, I decided to run away, but I ran away like big time, and there was like helicopters looking for me and posters.
My goodness
and it got to the point where like a helicopter was following the van that I was in, and I was like, oh my god, I'm in like some movie. And I just remember like when I finally decided to go back, like there was just loads of police there, and I was like, you know, I just came back from a festival, you know, partying, smashed up my phone as well by accident. That was quite funny.
Being a typical teenager.
Yeah, typical teenager.
Unruly teenager.
But I'm not really that naughty when it comes down to it. I'm quite just stay at home, chill with my cats kind of girl.
Oh, you do seem like a cat lady.
I am.
No, I don't mean it in a bad way. It's a compliment.
No, I am.
How many cats do you have?
I've got 2 cats, but I am crazy cat lady. I'm crazy about cats. I love them.
I love that. I'm more of a dog person, but we love a cat too.
I relate to the woman in The Simpsons, you know. I relate. That's me when I'm an old lady.
Like Phoebe as well in Friends.
Yeah, literally.
She loves a cat. So, what is the best advice that you have been given?
The best advice that I've
to
been
date.
given is just don't care what other people think, and, you know, like own yourself. You know, like generally just own yourself, like regardless to what you've been through. You got to go out there and shine. You know, and that's what my mum told me.
Big up Mumsy. What's Mumsy's name?
Nanette Maguire.
Shout out Nanette Maguire. She's listening. Big up yourself. Big up Visuals.
I'll sure listen later for sure.
Onto my Instagram Live. I appreciate you. Appreciate all the listeners. We've got some people listening on Mixcloud, TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, and Kick. We also stream through the website. So thank you all for being here. We're going to wrap up this interview now in the next couple of questions, and then I'm going to be dropping an exclusive preview of GhostGirl's new track, which is entitled
Zero Gravity.
Zero Gravity. We love that. So, if you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be and why?
I'd probably change like how, like, you know, sometimes it can be very nerve-wracking because some people are like, I'm better than you, and if that makes sense, like,
I hear that,
and it's a lot. Sometimes you meet someone like me and you, and we vibe and we're like big each other up, but you get these certain people in the industry that looks down on you and it's like, I'm better than you are, and it's like, you're not really, are you? But you know,
very
like,
true.
I feel like it should be more friendly, but there are pools that are friendly within the music community. It's just about finding.
I think it is changing, and we are getting better at being more supportive of each other.
Definitely.
And,
but with the internet as well.
Exactly, and especially the older, because that's why I started this radio show. It's called the Underground Music Show for a reason. I play unsigned underground artists like yourself from all over the world, not just the UK. It's a genreless show. Because when I was growing up, I started doing music when I was 18, and I'm 38 now. So I'm showing.
So that's a good amount of time you're doing music as well. You know?
And when I first
experience.
started, it was hard. I do agree that the internet has made it a lot easier for us, and I didn't find that there was a lot of support, you know, and a lot of things like this for me to get my music played on radio, especially. Like things like BBC introducing, big up the BBC. I don't have anything against them, but to get your track played on BBC introducing is hard.
Takes a lot.
The amount of times I've sent them a song, and to this day, I still had no radio play, but listen, it could change. We touch wood, it might change. You never know.
You can upload 2 tracks once a month to them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
and it's hard. Whereas I thought, you know what, I was given this opportunity by the amazing people that run the HubLive Radio, my collective, my team. Big up all the DJs. And I said, I could have made this show, you know, a mainstream music show. I could have done anything I wanted, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it for the artists like myself and sort of, you know, bridge that gap and put something out there that ain't out there for them.
But that's inspirational though, because I feel like as a younger artist like me, like when I get older, that's what I want to do. I want to do things to give younger people opportunities that I didn't have.
And literally, from coming on this show, you can meet all the people that we work with. The studio's there. There's even a place for you to come record. We have events that happen on a monthly basis. The Big Creators Club, collective of artists and mentors are always supporting and, you know, looking for artists to get involved in different things that we have and different projects that we're running. So it can lead to so many different things, and that's the beauty of it, really.
No, it's true. You never know where you go with the music.
Yeah.
And you meet so many people in this industry. You really do.
You really, really do. My last 2 questions. So the next one is, what is next for you in your career?
What is next for me?
Where would you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In 5 years? Oh, I did write that down at some point. But I'd say in the next 5 years, I would want to do at least 1 show abroad. Yeah. You know, performing abroad somewhere. You know, maybe get up to like a few more followers on Spotify, because right now I'm on about 200 people monthly listening. You know, I want to make that more, like add a 0 on the end, maybe 2,000, maybe add another 0 if I'm lucky.
Headline Glastonbury, maybe.
Glastonbury.
Yeah,
you know, to be honest, I'm a big dreamer. You know, I would love to have millions and millions of followers. It's been my dream since I was a little girl. You know, so
there's a track by an artist, Havana, I believe her name is, called Manifestation, and I'm going to play it. Ooh. at some point tonight before the show ends. But that is what it's all about. Manifesting and speaking your dreams into existence and reality and making them happen. So I hope that for you, and I'm manifesting it for you in the future.
So am I.
My last question, I ask all of my guests this because I'm a singer, and I'd like to find out. So my last question, what are your top 5? Who would be your top 5 singers?
Top 5, just singers.
Yeah, just singers. They don't have to be
just for one.
Established mainstream artists. They could be
anybody, just generally. Okay.
You can say the Sweetnezz if you wanted to.
Yeah. You know what? Your song "Sailing" is really, really good. I've got that on my playlist. So you know
Big
what?
Big up Farrow Life. He's the producer behind the buttons, behind the beat.
So you know what? We're going to say the Sweetness with her song "Sailing" is absolutely beautiful.
Love that. Thank you
I'm
so
going to
much.
add you to the list. You can be on the list. I love your voice.
Wicked. Thank you.
So the Sweetness,
likewise.
Amy Winehouse, Adele, Evanescence.
Oh, nice.
And Avril Lavigne.
Wow, I love that top 5. So you heard it here first, top 5. The Sweetnezz is in the top 5, guys. Adele, Amy Winehouse, Evanescence,
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. Love it.
A bit of a mix of genres.
Bit of a mix,
all beautiful women.
We love it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drop a little bit of your new song.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Which is exclusively releasing at 12 midnight, guys. So make sure you go check it out. I do believe that the pre-save link is in your bio.
Yeah,
so
pre-save link is there. And I'll be all on my Insta tomorrow, putting the link out everywhere for everybody. So please go stream it if you like my stuff. And I'm Ghost Girl.
Thank you so much. So we're going to get into this right about now.
Woo. Now a little head bop.
Zero gravity in the sky, I'll be floating. Cherry lipstick sweet and he knows it. On his mind he can barely focus. Ghost girl on the vibe and pretty poses. Zero gravity in the sky, I'll be floating. Cherry lipstick sweet and he knows it. On his mind he can barely focus. Ghost girl on the vibe and pretty poses. Bat me while I'm on your mind. Taste of my lips while you're wanting tonight. I'm in your dreams, you can't hide. Under my spell, I'll make you mine. Let's be alone, babe, just you and I know you want it. Intrusive eyes on my body every time you pass by. I know you want it, you don't need to be shy. Zero gravity in the sky, I'll be floating. Cherry lipstick sweet and he knows it. On his mind he can barely focus. Ghost girl on the vibe and pretty poses. Zero gravity in the sky, I'll be floating. Cherry lipstick sweet and he knows it. On his mind he can barely focus. Ghost girl on the vibe and pretty poses.
Cherry flavored blood stains sweet and he knows it. Every time my mood change I start to lose focus. I know what you need, babe, but you don't show it. By my pretty pink lip, heart beats forward. Running through your head in the heat of the moment. Face turn red, got you fucked up on it.
Okay, so we're actually playing the whole track, guys. So make sure you go stream this one up. This is Ghost Girl featuring Soft Dolly, Zero Gravity.
On his mind he can barely focus. Ghost girl on the vibe and pretty poses. Zero gravity in the sky, I'll be floating. Cherry lipstick sweet and he knows it. On his mind he can barely focus. Ghost girl on the vibe and pretty poses.
Yeah, so that was Ghost Girl with Zero Gravity, guys. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We have
anytime.
I have really enjoyed myself. You are amazing. Please keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. Do you get enough? I'm joking. But yeah, thank you so much.
Well, alright, someday. You see. She treat me well. She alone make my hair swell. So my hair swell. Well, my hair swell. That girl really love that girl. Never see a girl like that girl. Like glow, she did rule my world. Yeah, that girl. Really love that girl. Never see a girl like that girl.
So the track you're listening to right about now is Adi Badaman featuring Akwesi Ronnie.